used someone just for one thing? Like you didn't even like him that much, but you just couldn't let go of the D. From the top, because this was like over 10 years ago BC, before child, okay? And I was living in Napa, and I had just gotten out of this like really bad relationship with this awful person. And then I was finally ready to start dating again. So I would like meet people when I was out with my girlfriends, like really good guys. We'd have good conversation, and then they just like didn't want anything to do with me after. Like they would like not pursue me, and I was like, I just felt so ugly. I was like, no one wants to date me. Like I'm hideous. And then so finally one day, I was talking to my friend Nick. I wasn't talking, I was crying to Nick. I was like, nobody's gonna date me. I'm not gonna be anybody. I'm not 19 German shepherds and living in a shit. That doesn't sound too terrible now. And so then my friend Nick was like, Casey, no, guys wanna date you. They just don't wanna get beat up by your ex. Which was true, because my ex was like beating up anybody that did take an interest. And so he was like, they choose life. And I was like, well, that's really fucking selfish. Light bulb. I need to date someone super tough and scary. Someone who's like, not afraid of my ex, you know? And the thing is you don't always get so lucky when you find a guy who's even scarier than your abuser. And so, I mean, you know, it's not always like the country songs. I started dating this guy who was like not my type, okay? And I literally, I didn't really belong. I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna be a part of the HA soon. This is gonna be a new flavor for me. But then, you know, it was like his family get-togethers, you know, they would all get together, they're all whiskey drinking, PBR drinking, Coors Light drinking, family, and then they would all end up getting in a fist fight, and that was just like normal. And then I was like, well, my family's really trashy too, so I was like, at least they won't judge me. Needless to say, I couldn't stand him. He drove me fucking nuts. Like I hated when he talked. Like he would get drunk and he would like make scenes at bars. He was always the loudest one at the bar, like obnoxious, like just no manners. And I was just like, oh my God, stop breathing. So fucking good in the bedroom. Like I was like, fuck. I wasn't ready to end it yet. I was like, I think I can. I was like, I'm just gonna use him for a little bit longer until something better comes along. It's always the fucked up ones that are the best at that. You know what I mean? It's always like if he has a little bit of PTSD, like might kill you, like you're like, oh, give it. And my dumbass self decided to take him up to Tahoe to meet my girlfriends. And I was like, okay, listen, please use your manners. I know it's really hard for you. And I was like, we can drink. And I was like, but just maybe don't drink whiskey. Because like every time you drink whiskey, like shit goes wrong, you know? So, but he snuck some whiskey. And so we were at a hotel room. We were getting ready to go out to like one of the clubs in the casinos. We're at a hotel room like with my friends and stuff. And it's my friend's hotel room, not ours, okay? My friends. And so she had some music on. Everyone's getting together, kind of pre-gaming. He's just rowdy. He had schnucketh the whiskey into his system. And so he fucking goes over to her stereo that she had and he changes it to like Avenged Sevenfold and then blasts it. And he's like, you guys need to listen to better music. And I was like, fucking shut up, Kid Rock. This is where I'm really fucked up. This is if he sees this, he's probably gonna see this. He didn't. He's gonna find out. He's gonna learn today. So we were all in line to go into this club, right? And so I told him, I was like, hey, like I'm gonna go up with my girlfriends because we'll get in for free. That way we don't have to pay like to cover charges. And he's like, all right, sounds good. Like I'm like, oh, I'm so frugal. No, I'm not. So I go up to the security guard. Luckily, I knew the security guard. I went to high school with him, and I was like, hey, see that guy in the hat back there? And I was like, don't let him in. He's bugging me. My friend's like, I got you, Case. I was like, thanks. I'm in the club, and I'm just getting it. I'm just like, oh, yeah. You like that? You like, say, uncle. And I'm just like grinding up on everybody. And then so he texted me, and he was like, they won't let me in. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, they said I'm too drunk or something. I was like, that's ridiculous. And I was like, well, just hang out. Go sit at a bar. And I'll be out when I'm done. And he was like, so he was kind of pissed. But I also didn't kind of care. Get out of the club, I'm just tipsy and I'm just feeling myself. I was feeling a little frisky. I'm getting real freaking naughty. So I was like texting him. I was like, babe, where are you? So I climbed that crazy little beanstalk a little bit longer and then I ghosted him.